Well, hello peoples of the interwebs, it's the Lunatic, back again with another episode here on the Unorthoblocks server, and it was real close to my face here. This is episode 6, and it's my last one on season 3. Well, didn't make that jump, because we're shutting her down, we're closing up shop, we're moving on to season 4 pretty soon, and I don't know. This has been a weird season for me because I wanted to really kind of take it easy and be real careful about stuff and make a point of doing things a little bit more small, like the interior of this wonderful pterodactyl Terrence. Thank you again, Bex, for the gift of this guy. And I really didn't do a good job of planning that way. I wanted to build a zoo, and then I was going to take over an underground scary place. I can't think of what they're called now. Ancient City. That's what it was. And it turned out to be too much, really. Which is kind of really sad. But that's not why I've only got 6 episodes. Just as kind of a quick, short recap for this year for me, I had my hard drive die right after I recorded episode 2. Like, I was editing it, in the process of editing episode 2. Or 3, maybe? Episode 2 or 3. One or the other, maybe both. And just bam, suddenly blue screen, couldn't recover anything. So, like, it was dumb. It was real dumb. And that caused a lot of trauma that unfortunately got heavily connected to playing this game and, like, just the idea in general of doing content creation, and that took a lot to get over it. And I'm honestly not sure I'm over it yet, but I haven't done a whole lot of, like, content creation stuff to recover from it. So hopefully that'll come more and more with time. But as things stand right now, it's the other thing I was dealing with was in January of this year, I burnt out hard. Just between work and life stuff and everything else, I had a hard time of things, and I'm not really recovered from that burnout either. What do we have in here? Operation Data Mine Play Token. I've missed so much on the server. Like, Halloween Party, I did make that. I have a whole episode's worth of content from it that's never going to be an episode because of the burnout. An Orthopass, that was something I missed. Ignite Shard, that's something I missed. Friendly reminder that thank you very much. Friendly reminder I'm awesome. Oh wow, thank you. This is a lot of stuff. Keycard, AOB. 5 of those, formal invitation to Laurora's game show. Goose, a spam mail, a big something party, 0 hours head, and other things I cannot fit in my inventory. Lots of fun stuff. So many great things happened, and life is full, and I missed out on all of it, which is super sad. Well, most of it. Okay, I didn't miss out on that Halloween party, like I said. You'll see me in some of the other episodes for that, but between the computer and the burnout, free diamonds, it's been a struggle this year and this season, and then on top of that, so when I was dealing with the burnout, we were doing Fever Dream, and I would go to work, I would get home from work, I would play Fever Dream for a while, and then I would go to bed. And that was how I survived burning out. Not great, lots of other things in my life kind of fell by the wayside for like 2 weeks. But I didn't really have anything else in me. I'm not even sure I really had that in me. But I did it, and I got through, and yeah, Fever Dream was a lot of fun, and I had some interesting plans for that I didn't get to do either, just because, again, life is life. And I've totally lost my train of thought. Fever Dream. Oh, yeah. So I went quite a while afterwards, like 3 months, 2 months, 3 months after Fever Dream was done, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get this episode. Fever Dream recorded, it's already recorded, released, edited and released. And turns out, my editing software that I've been using for years now, Pinnacle Studio, it's what I basically, I didn't quite start YouTube with it. I started YouTube using Windows Movie Maker, which was the Windows XP movie editing software. And but Windows Pinnacle Studio, I've used that for a very long time. I've purchased a number of upgrades for it and all the the updates and everything, and I know it pretty well, but I've dealt with a lot of issues with it, like a ton of issues with it, and it finally stopped like recognizing video files on my computer, and I've had to reset it and re-download it and just kill all sorts of things with it so many times that I finally said, no, this is done. But I was done editing Fever Dream, and I couldn't render it, and then all of a sudden I couldn't load it, and to totally redo it was going, in a different program that I didn't know was going to take so long to do. And I was legitimately in that moment. I was almost ready to just give up on the whole content creation thing and just, the universe is giving me a... just... That really thrown me. But just, kind of go with the whole idea that the universe is giving me a sign that, nope, content creation, as much as you might think you love it and whatnot, it's just not for you. We're not going to allow it. Which was really depressing. And finally, I ended up... I installed Pinnacle Studio on my wife's computer because somehow it's 100% corrupted on my computer, and I probably would have to totally reset my laptop from scratch. But I installed it on my wife's computer and then did like 6 different renders and a bunch of different hacky nonsense, and I finally got the episode to render well enough that it could go out. And that was a lot of fun, but like... it's been difficult, and it's caused me to really question my place in the content creation space and on this server, and kind of just in the world in general. Not to get too deep in the weeds or whatever, but like I really did consider heavily quitting YouTube and just stepping out and bowing away silently and being like, it's too much stress, it's too much strife, it's too much effort to do things that are only causing me pain and suffering. But anytime I would think about that, it was I couldn't do it, because I really do love doing the YouTube stuff, playing Minecraft, making the videos, from recording to editing to posting and talking to people and sharing my time with friends here and learning the building and the redstone and all the stuff that goes with that. It has such a draw to me that I think if I did quit, it couldn't be a permanent thing. I maybe at some point I will take a step back and give it a rest and try to get my life a little bit better in order, because really, my life's kind of chaos, and, for better or for worse, that's just how it is sometimes. And maybe I really do need to just kind of take a bit of a step back and rethink things and reorganize my thoughts and priorities and kind of work on some of that stuff. But for right now, I should have eaten the goose. Give myself a free space in my inventory, because I have none. Oh well. For now, though, I do want to continue doing this, and I am going to, keep pushing forward, and I'm really grateful to any of you who have stuck with me. I know that my friends are still there, and I have family who watch my videos, and the members of Unorthoblocks, some of them at least do. I'm sure everybody doesn't watch every video that everybody posts, because that's a lot. But, people... Is this a skateboarding watermelon on, like... What is happening here? Is it a hoverboard? A watermelon on a hoverboard? I have so many questions. I've missed so many things. But, you know, I do thank you, those of you who have stuck with me, who don't have, like, a very specific connection to me through friendship or family or whatever. I appreciate you guys, too, you know, family, friends, and everything like that. But I really appreciate those of you who don't have that kind of connection, who have stuck with me, and who will continue forward on this journey of nonsense that we call life, and of things, you know, just being chaotic and crazy. Say hello to Francis, by the way. This is a joke of a thing that my brother Jay and I caught and put in here and trapped, and that's something that I don't even think either of us recorded it, and we should have, but it was super fun and hilarious, and just one of those things that I got to experience, but definitely got missed in the long run of, like, the content creation thing. But, you know, whatever the case is, I'm excited for Season 4, and I do have big plans, which I hesitate to say, because big plans are hard for me. Very hard, you know. There's a lot of resource gathering, there's a lot of planning, there's a lot of collaboration that needs to happen, and my schedule's nuts and stupid, and I have a family that I need to exist with and take care of, and a home to clean and upkeep and all that sort of stuff. So I am nervous about having some big plans, but I'm really hoping to execute the big plans with the help of the other members of the community. And I think that working together, it is something that will be doable. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm so stoked for it, so excited for this idea that I've got, that I'm really hoping it will help me, you know, kind of push through some of the nonsense that I've been dealing with. So, as I personally push through burnout and depression and trauma and all of these things that have come from this season, and like technical things like swapping my editing program to something totally new and unfamiliar. As we do that, and as we close out this server, I do want to leave it on a bit of a positive note. And so we're here at the plaza, Plasma and Cuzza's base together, which is super cool. I really hope they don't mind me just coming in here and walking around a little bit to a very specific location, because you may know from episode, 2 or 3 or something like that? Probably 3. That I participated in Plasma's Pranker Present April Fool's Day something or other, and ended up drawing a name. Kazza. Not Cuzza. I said Cuzza earlier. Kazza. Kazza and Cuzza are... This is Cuzza. The suit and the tie and the mustache. You can see the mustache, right? I can see the mustache. If we go like this, then it's like that's the mustache, right? Yeah. Kazza. Or Cuzza. Bloody hell. This is never going to be easy. Why do we have people with the same name? But I drew Kazza. And I drew Element. And I had an idea. And I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea, because Kazza is the banner queen. She makes banner content on the YouTube space. And I had the brilliant idea of designing my own banner patterns. And I'm going to give her these banner patterns. They're totally hers to use and claim as she wishes. But elements. I struggled for so long with this. You know, this is happy Jupril Fools. Happy Jupril Fools. Kazza, a year and 2 months late. from April when I drew this back in 2023. I'm sorry, it's so late. I it's been a rough year, man. But I decided I wanted to end out on this note. You know, this was something that I agreed to do. I signed up for it, and gosh darn it all, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see it through because it seems like the right thing to do. So let's clear some inventory space. I don't know where those came from, but I'm happy to have them. Clearing the inventory. What else? Inventory. Okay, cool. So without further ado, let's look at what we've got here. So the first element we're going to do is going to start with a black banner. And then this is the order in which things must be processed, basically, to some degree or another, I think. I don't know. It's a little hard to say for sure. But what we're going to do, I've never used a loom before. We'll see how this goes. We're going to start with this. It's a black banner. And then we've got a yellow, what is this called? A yellow chevron making its way up. How do I do this? This right here. Okay, cool. And then we need an orange paley, which I believe is this right here. Yep, an orange paley. Paley. Who knows? Then we're going to go to a red flower charge. Which I think is going to be this and this. Yes, that like that. Okay. Perfect. Let's get that out of there. I think I made multiples of these because I thought it consumed them. I didn't know it didn't consume them. I have learned things today. Okay. Cool. Good to know. And then we need a red base indent. Let's get a red base indent. Where is the red base indent? Here. Red base indent. Yes. Perfect. Then I need a black chief indent? What is it? Yeah, black chief indent. Here we go. And lastly, but not leastly, we got one of these. It's a black border indented. Black border indented. Oh, and they're all indented. They're not indent. They're indented. Here we go. Banner pattern number 1. Fire. I hope that looks like fire. This took a long time to design, but I like it. I think it's fun. So, we got our fire banner pattern here. Next one that we got, we're going to start with blue, some light blue, some cyan, some pink, a flower charge, which I've learned we only needed one of those, but hey-ho, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Am I right? Gotta switch tabs to the correct tab. Goodness me, I really hope I'm choosing the right one here. Okay. Yes, I have generated these on a Planet Minecraft. Has a wonderful banner generator thing that you can use to design your own patterns, banner patterns rather, without the unfortunate craziness of having to just do it in survival. So, we're going to start off. We've got the blue banner, which I'm pretty sure is the correct thing. Yes, blue banner. And then we got a light blue lozenge we need. Light blue lozenge. I don't know how Kaza manages to make this exciting, but her stuff is far more exciting than what I'm doing. Anyway, a light blue border indented, I believe, is the next one. Yep, sure, we'll go with that. We have a blue base indented. Blue base indented, this one right here. Yep, that looks right. Okay. And then we have a cyan gradient. Cool. Okay, cyan gradient. Gradient. Which way does it go? This one. Okay, cyan gradient. Then for a special touch here, we've got magenta. Hold on. magenta. Goodness gracious me. Okay. I need a magenta charge for this. And then, lastly, we need a white circle in the middle. White roundel, it's called. That's definitely a thing, because that looks like a pearl, right? Like an oyster. So I was like, water, ocean, whatever nonsense going on there, pearly oyster thing. Yeah, cool, right? So flames with flames and fire, water stuff with pearly oyster. I just thought that was a cool little touch for like an underwater themed one. The next one we've got is probably the earth one. Yes, it's the earth one. Okay. This one's a lot more simple. It's a simple one. So we'll start with a brown banner. We're going to do a lime brick pattern, which is called a field masoned. Cool. Okay, so a light field, or a lime. Geez, lime field masoned. Then we need a brown lozenge, like this. No, that's not a brown lozenge. That could be very unfortunate. Brown lozenge. Here's a brown lozenge. Yes. Okay. I'm going to grab that out. We're going to do a green chevron. That's what the bottom one's called, a green chevron. We're going to do a green chevron inverted. We're going to do a brown one of these, and then a brown one of these, and that gives us the earth-themed one. It's kind of like a couple of mountains that are like tipped upside down with each other. I don't know. You got to use your imagination a little bit with banners, because they're a little rough sometimes. Although this one right here is so good, it looks exactly like what it's supposed to. In any case, yeah, earth. And lastly, for the elements, according to Avatar: The Last Airbender, at least, there's the 4 elements. I could have gone with more. I could have gone Bionicle levels and done added in ice and stone, but I honestly did not feel like going quite that complicated, and really just wanted to get this done. So, light blue banner. I should be on the correct web page. Okay, light blue banner. We start with a white base indented. That's not a base. There we go. White base indented. One of these. This is going to seem so stupid, because the next thing we do is going to be a brown base indented. But you can just see it kind of gives that little bit of a highlight on the ends of these little bumpy things here. Okay, we've done that. Then we need an orange roundel. You're going to get me one of these, an orange roundel. Yes, that is indeed what that is. We got a yellow flower charge for this. Get rid of our little flower charge there, okay. A light gray chief indented, which means something. Sorry, don't mind the buzzing if you heard that in the background. That's just my phone going haywire because I need to take out the garbage tonight. Oh, yeah. Okay. Light gray chief indented. And then I think we need to do a white one of those as well, because we wanted, again, that little bit of detail. I swear I just saw something moving out of the corner. Oh, it's just like an ender chest particle. Okay, whew, it was terrifying. I put that in the wrong slot. There we go. So this one's like, you've got the mountains down below, you've got the clouds up above, the sun in the middle, and just air, open sky in between. That's the air-themed one. And of course they are kind of themed, based on the Avatar colors, right? You've got the red, orange for the fire. You've got the blue for the water. You've got green for earth, and then yellow for air is the way that they did their colors. But yeah, so anyway, Kaza, not Kaza. Oh my goodness, Kaza. Happy June Pro Fools. Happy June Pro Fools. A year late, and some. I really hope you like these patterns. I will send you the banner pattern pages that I have on Planet Minecraft, so you can have the patterns and whatnot. But I hope you, as the banner queen, approve of my mere mortal attempts at entering your realm of banner creation. And with that, I think we're gonna cut to the final bits of this episode because there is one more thing we need to do before the season ends. Something we do every season of every server we've ever played on. You ever do something in Minecraft, forget that you've done it, and then scare yourself with it later? What on earth? Where did Kermit the Frog come from? Like, I know I put that in there. I know I did. I don't remember when or why or how or any of that. Oh my gosh. But anyway, we're back here at Terrence, where I've had a lot of fond memories of this place. But we have one last little thing to do. We're gonna say hello to our bee from way in the beginning of the series. And we're going to barely even a home. Oh my gosh, you know what? You know what we're going to do? We're going to go grab the chest. Pathetic. Which was a prank from Jay, my lovely, loving brother. Chest pathetic and barely even a home. I really wanted to get into like a prank war or a pun war or something with him, and I just didn't have it in me this season. Maybe next season, who knows? But one thing that I always do, right? I always take the contents of my ender chest, and I make sure to put them somewhere where people can find them in the world download, because what's the fun of a world download if you can't go and snoop through other people's things? Like, what even is the point, really and truly? It's gotta actually be that one, then that one, that one. No, okay. Let's see. I know something's out of order in here, but I don't know what. Yeah, really not sure. I feel like something's definitely out of order. Anyway, though, yeah, what's the fun of it if you can't just snoop around in people's stuff and all that? So we're gonna put everything we own in these chests here, and it's just gonna be, this is how my inventory was at the end of the season, because I cannot be bothered to go put stuff away. It's just you're getting me at my worst and my best all at the same time, or something of that sort of nature, or whatever. It really has been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed my time on the server this season. Just a lot. Okay, fine. I guess we're gonna go put these away. These can go away, and then I'm gonna put the prankage sign things in a spot, because they need to go. Yeah, that's not a prank sign thing. That's a banner pattern. Okay, this is where they lived for so long, taunting me behind the lion that I totally asked for. But anyway, yeah, that's the end of season 3. I'm honestly, this is probably the first time I'm actually kind of happy to move on from a season, because there's like we went over at the beginning, that I don't want to just keep rehashing. There's a lot of negative stuff that happened in my life during this time that I really don't want to repeat, and really there's a lot of reminders here of that kind of stuff. You know, things I was building or doing or playing or watching being built around me that took place during these things, and I'm ready, I think, to move on and get a fresh start, both in this and kind of in content creation stuff, and we'll see how all that goes. But yeah, for me, one last time here on season 3, I bid you all to raw, peoples of the interwebs, and until next time, from me and the bee buzzing bravely beneath the platform. It starts with a B, I'm sure, some language. Bye!